This is going to be a short video just going over a few key parts of the syllabus. I really encourage, in fact, I ask you to study this syllabus so you know exactly what's to be expected in this course, what the plan looks like, how it is designed, the schedule, my policies, ASU's policies. The syllabus is not a document to be ignored in college classes. But I do want to highlight a few things here. So the first page talks about the course and the objectives. That's the goals of this course, the things that you will be taught, the things that I will be looking to see in your learning. Important information about the textbook. There's going to be consistent readings from this textbook. And in an online class, that is largely left up to you. You have a lot of agency in online classes. You also have a lot of responsibility, and you need to be a self-starter. You need to really do your due diligence in keeping up with the readings and with the learning materials. And so you can come out of this class having learned something instead of just having received a grade. So there's the information on how to access that. Some important things about the course. I'm going to jump down here. Here are the major assignments. These are required assignments to pass the class. If one of these major essays aren't submitted, students aren't able to meet the requirements for passing the class. There will be a lot of instructional guidance and lectures and help and lessons on how to compose these types of essays. And then the grading policies. A couple things down here. This is a really quick course, and so we move quickly. It's accelerated in the fact that we are taking content that is usually taught in a 16-week course, and we're compressing all of that material into 6 or 8 weeks, depending on your course. And so it moves quickly and it is busy. So understand that. So late work is not accepted for the annotation for anything that is collaborative. So the annotated reading assignments are collaborative in that you are responding to one another's notes and ideas and responses to the text being read. Also, peer reviews are not accepted late because the whole idea of peer reviews are to help one another produce the best essay possible. And if the other students have already submitted their final draft, that peer review is no longer helpful for them. So those types of assignments are not accepted late. Major projects will be accepted late because they are required to pass the class. Do your best to get them in on time because there will be a deduction of half a letter grade or a letter grade for each calendar day that they are late. All right, so that will have a quick and fast impact on the grade when they are late. Because this is the main thing that I wanted to highlight here. Because this class is accelerated and we move so quickly, when we have a peer review, that means when students submit their rough draft to get feedback from one another, the turnaround is only about a couple days between that rough draft and the final draft due date. It is impossible for me to reach out to all of my students to give them feedback during that time. To be able to accommodate that, this is my policy for revisions and resubmissions. When you do submit your final draft, I will give you a whole lot of feedback on that final draft. I will give you suggestions. I will point things out. I will fill out the rubric, but I will also do a lot of annotated feedback right there on your essay. If you receive an 89% or lower, so a B or lower on that final draft, and you look over my suggestions and my feedback and you think, oh, now I know what I forgot to include, or now I know how to improve that. If you let me know within 48 hours that you would like to revise and resubmit, then I will reopen the assignment for you. I will allow you 1 week to revise and take into account my suggestions, revise and resubmit a new essay, and I will simply regrade it. Right here, my official policy is that I will give you the average of the 2 allotted grades, but I usually just regrade it because revision is such an important part of the writing process. So that is my answer for not being able to give you that quick feedback during peer review. This is your chance. I don't offer extra credit for this course. This is the extra credit. This is the best way. If you're looking to bump up your grade, this is the best way to do it. But you have to let me know within 48 hours. You can't approach me the last week of the course and say, oh yeah, project 1, can I go revise this? Because I will not allow that. I personally do not have the time to allow that later on in the semester because I am incredibly busy grading. And so keep that in mind though, all right? As for the rest of this, as far as attendance for this class is, as an online class, your submissions are counted as attendance. And so if a student misses 3 assignments in a row, let's see, I'm missing it. Let me find attendance. There we go. If a student misses 2 assignments in a row, that could result in failure of the course. Okay, that is the same as missing 2 in-person assignments or in-person classes. And so make sure that you do not skip assignments. If you need an extension for any assignment, reach out to me before 24 hours before the due date, and I can usually work with you with that. But that's another thing that I wanted to make sure you all knew. Other than that, read over the syllabus, reach out if you have any questions. Just a couple other things. If I skip down here, again, read all of this. I just don't have time to go over it all. My preferred method of communication, if you want to reach out to me, use the Canvas inbox, please, because that will give me a notification that I have a student email that will let me know what class you are in and give me some background information. If I get so many emails from ASU that a lot of times I will miss a student email. But I don't miss them when they're in the Canvas inbox. And I promise to get back to you within 24 hours unless you are contacting me on like a Friday or Saturday night. Then you're going to have to wait until the weekend is over before I come back to work. Final thing. For this class, this is a learning environment. Okay, that means you are working to learn how to write, learn how to put your ideas into writing. Therefore, the use of AI is not authorized in this class. Using AI, it's not only cheating, but it's robbing you of the opportunity to learn, to develop critical thinking skills, to learn what you think, identify what you think, and form your own ideas. Okay, using AI completely keeps you at an ignorant level of ability. It just robs you of that opportunity. And I have no oh goodness, why did it do that? I have no desire to give AI feedback on what it produces, right? That's just silly. So there we go. Sorry about that. So make sure that you submit everything you submit is your own submission, is your own organic original writing. All right. Let me know if you have any questions.